One of the worst things about just USAW national meets in general is just actually being able to know what's going on. So how the schedule works, how the entry list works is everything comes to you in a PDF document. You get the preliminary schedule usually 2 to 3 weeks out, basically right when registration ends. You get the actual final schedule 1 week out from the competition start. So that's usually on a Monday, and the competition usually starts on a Thursday. So you only know ahead of time when your athlete's going, when you're going, 3-4 days max, which usually is not enough time to actually know anything and prepare. And then it comes to you in this PDF format, which is absolutely god awful. It's incredibly hard to read. Everything's line by line. They're two different documents. And if you're actually in the middle of doing a competition, whether you're a coach or an athlete, having to go back through and find where everyone's supposed to be at, who's supposed to be in each session is an absolute clusterfuck. And it's god awful. And there's really been no good way to fix this until now. So I created an app called MeetCal, which basically takes the entire PDF schedule, the entire PDF entry list, and puts it all into an app for you right on your iPhone. Android is coming. It's just a lot more difficult than iPhone is because iPhone's a lot more natural. I have those devices with me. I don't have an Android device to test all this. So we're starting out with just iOS, but we're going to check it out on the screen right here. So MeetCal, you're popped right open to this screen here. You have your little onboarding flow. We're just going to scoot right past all of that. And then boom, here's what we see. This is the actual competition schedule. So we have every single platform, red, white, blue, star, stripes, because this is AO1, has every single platform across every single day. And we can click into each of these. We can see exact weight classes, weigh-in times, start times. You can see every single athlete in these sessions. So their entry total, which comes straight from USAW, their best snatch, best clean and jerk, and best total. All of that comes from USAW, their 2024 results. So this is their best lifts in competition in the past year. So you can see, all right, this person's entry total is 160. They've hit 167 before. So they're probably going to go heavier than that 160 entry total. Or if we scroll down here a little bit more, most of these are fairly accurate. But if you're looking like an A session, someone's entered in at 140, but they've hit 160 before and they're just trying to play with everyone else and fuck with everyone. It's like, shit, all right, we know this ahead of time now. We don't have to go search through endless amounts of websites or PDFs to try to find this information. Boom, it's at your fingertips, ready to go. On top of that, you can add this to your calendar. You can save this session. So there's a whole nother place on here for all of your save sessions where you can come in here, see all this information at the tip of your finger. Even easier to save those sessions, we have the start list. You can come in here, you can filter by weight class, you can filter by club, you can even star certain clubs. Like we have different clubs start on here. I'm going to hit favorites, apply that. Here are 26 athletes from all of my favorite clubs that I want to see, and I can save every single one of those to my start list. So this basically makes USAW meets like so much more open and able to be watched, not only by coaches, not only by competitors, but by spectators too. Like right now, if anyone wants to come spectate, they have to either ask their athlete, ask their friend, like, hey, when are you going? Because USAW does not really make this user-friendly to come see this information. You have to go hunt through documents. And if you're a spectator and you're just coming to watch, like at the Arnold, if you are just a bodybuilding enthusiast and you want to come watch some weightlifting, you have no idea what the fuck's going on because there's no good way to find this information if you are from outside of the actual USAW bubble. And ideally, if we want to grow the sport, we need a lot of people who aren't already in our bubble. If we want to expand, we can't just rely on outdated PDFs and all this information not being readily accessible. That's where MeetCal comes in. Again, you can save all of these to your session. You can come in here. You can see exactly where the session's being at. It'll link you right there, what the time zone is. See our other project, reach out to support, all these different things so that your meet experience can be top tier. Because again, if we want to grow this sport, we need to add a lot more access to spectators, make it a lot more enjoyable for participants and coaches as well. Because right now, it's basically a shit show if you want to compete in this sport. You have no idea what's going on at national meets until the last moment. And then even then, you have to go search through their website, search through PDFs, emails, whatever the hell it may be, to go find the information. So MeetCal is here now. It is currently beta testing. We'll be beta testing it probably for about another week or so. From there, we'll make the adjustments we need to. And then this thing is going to be live on iOS. So all Apple devices come AO1. And then ideally by USAW Masters, we're going to try to make that happen. So the end of March-ish, I think, at end of March, start of April, sometime around there, have it available for Android. So every single person gets access to this. And in my opinion, it's a fairly reasonable price too. So if we go back to that starting page, we're just going to pop this back open. And then we go back to our pricing page. So $10 per quarter. So there's 5 meets per year. So it runs about every quarter. Masters Nationals is one that falls right in line with AO1. But basically, you're going to pay $10 per meet to see this if you pay by quarter. Otherwise, $30 per year, which, yes, it does cost money, which is shitty. But, I'm putting in a lot of this work to do this, and I have to update those entry totals every time. It's USAW is not doing this for us. So someone privately outside of USAW is going to have to do this to better our community as a whole. And for the work I'm putting in, really $30 a year to have the entire schedule, every single competitor, all of their best lifts at the palm of your hands, I'd say is a pretty good deal. So Meet Cal will be up. It will be open for everyone. Every single person with an iPhone can download this and use this at AO1, and I really hope you do. Other than that, yeah,